So you have been wondering how you can lose weight. You know that you have to follow a diet and exercise to achieve the results you want. But you are very confused with all the information on the internet. Which diet should I follow? Low carb, keto, paleo, intermittent fasting? Or will a balanced diet be the better choice? In this video, we will tell you exactly how you can lose weight in the most simple, uncomplicated way. First, weight loss is achieved by creating a calorie deficit AEUR, a situation in which you consume fewer calories than you burn. So, as long as you are in a calorie deficit, you are going to lose weight regardless of what you eat. So, how do I know how many calories I need to eat? Well, there are many online calculators and formulas to help you achieve that. One of my favorites is the Mifflin-St. Jeor formula, as I feel it is the most accurate. We start first by calculating the BMR. Let's look at the formula. For males, we multiply the body weight in kilograms by 10. Then we add to that the height in centimeters multiplied by 6.25. After that, we deduct the age multiplied by 5. Then we add 5 to the number we got. For females, we multiply the body weight in kilograms by 10. Then we add to that the height in centimeters multiplied by 6.25. After that, we deduct the age multiplied by 5. Then we deduct 161 from the number we got. After that, we multiply our BMR by our activity factor. If you are sedentary and do not move a lot throughout the day, multiply it by 1.2. If you have a slightly more active job like a teacher, or you are someone who moves from one office to another throughout the day, or you have a dog that is not an English bulldog, multiply it by 1.375. If you go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week, maybe do a little bit of cardio for warm-up, then multiply your BMR by 1.55. This is where I assume the majority of you will be. If you go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week, do a little bit of cardio and also have a moderately active lifestyle, then multiply your BMR by 1.725. This is for people with laborious jobs such as construction workers and farmers who also go to the gym. For these people, they have a very high energy demand, so they need to multiply their BMR by 1.9. So for example, if we look at our buddy Mike from accounting, he is 180 centimeters, 90 kilograms, and he leads a sedentary lifestyle where he is immersed in the numbers all day. He said that he takes his dog for walks regularly, but it's an English bulldog. So we know those walks aren't that long. Mike also goes to the gym regularly and puts a lot of effort into the gym. Mike would have a basal metabolic rate of 1,895 calories and a maintenance level of 2,935 calories a day. To lose 1 pound a week, Mike would need to eat 500 calories less, so 2,035 calories on average every day. But if he wants to lose 2 pounds, he would need to eat only 1,935 calories on average, since we require a deficit of 1,000 calories to lose 2 pounds a week. Now you might be wondering, you promised to explain this in a simple, uncomplicated way, and all I see is numbers and calculations. Not that uncomplicated, we might say. I know, numbers aren't for most people, and in fact these are just estimations, so they are not 100% accurate. A simpler estimation would be to multiply your body weight in pounds by 15 or by 33 if you are like me, and you use kilograms. That would be your maintenance calories. So our boy Mike would have a maintenance level of 90 multiplied by 33, which equals 2,970 calories. Not very far from the Mifflin-St. Jeor formula, right? Again, if you want to lose 1 pound a week, you cut 500 calories from that number. If you want a more aggressive approach and you want to lose 2 pounds a week, then you will need to cut 1,000 calories from that number. Both previous ways can be very reliable, and they would give you a good starting point. But my personal favorite is to just track your caloric intake and your body weight for 2 weeks on a daily basis. And based on the averages, you will see if you gained or lost weight during that period, and you can identify your actual maintenance calorie level. For instance, if you averaged at about 2,300 calories over the 2 weeks, and you lost 3 pounds during that period, it means that your maintenance level is about 3,050 calories. Now, after establishing how many calories you need, we should talk about what kind of food you should include in your diet. It is true that a calorie is a calorie, but different food would affect you differently in terms of satiety, energy, and muscle building. First, you have to make sure you eat enough protein throughout the day. A good starting point is about 1 gram per pound of body weight, but even as little as 0.65 grams per pound would be enough. The best protein sources are those from animal sources, since they have all the essential amino acids. Think of eggs, chicken, fish, meat, milk, cottage cheese, protein supplements, and so on. If you are a vegetarian, then beans would be a great source of protein, especially lentils and kidney beans. After that, we have to include some carbs to fuel our workouts and keep ourselves full. How many carbs we need will depend hugely on our lifestyle, genetics, and insulin sensitivity. The best carbs to include in our plan are those with a high satiety index. These are carb sources that have fewer calories for a set amount of food. For instance, white potatoes only have 70 calories per 100 grams compared to muffins that average at about 360 calories per 100 grams. Also, things like oatmeal, quinoa, couscous, and barley present good sources of starchy carbs. Also, including some fruit is a great idea to get enough vitamins and minerals in our diet. My personal favorite is watermelon, as it is very low in calories, about 30 calories per 100 grams, and it is very rich in vitamin C. Not to mention, it tastes pretty damn good. We also need some fat in our diet to maintain optimal hormonal function. Things like olive oil, coconut oil, and nuts would not only support optimal hormonal function, but also add taste and flavor to our diet, making it more sustainable. Now, the caveat with fats is that we have to be careful with them since they are packed with calories. For instance, 100 grams of almonds has more calories than an entire kilogram of white potatoes. And I'm sure you know how easy it is to eat that many almonds for a mid-afternoon snack. So, these are basically the essential principles that you must follow if you want to lose weight. Stay tuned because in the upcoming videos, we will go into detail about how you can create your own personalized diet that is guaranteed to take your physique to the next level.